What's up, family? My name is DJ Sammy Praise, and I am here in Liberia from the United States. I'm a full-time missionary and a full-time DJ. I love traveling the world and experiencing different cultures. I love making people dance and, most importantly, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. I've been here in Liberia now for 3 weeks, and my experience here has been extraordinary. Ever since I landed and got off the plane, it has been an absolutely amazing time in so many different ways. And I'm going to spend this time to share a couple awesome stories that have happened to me over the past couple weeks as I have interacted and gotten to know your culture. So when I first got here, the first thing I noticed about the Liberian people is that you all were so friendly. I mean, immediately the hospitality was amazing. Everyone was willing to talk, willing to have a good time, to get to know me, to ask me questions. And that was very intentional, and it immediately touched my heart. And the liveliness of everything going on just began to captivate me in so many different ways. So as I continued on my journey through Monrovia and through some other counties here in Liberia, I've encountered many different individuals of all different types of backgrounds here in Liberia. And through this, I've really gotten to understand and see how your country is truly a God-fearing nation. Jesus is in this country, and there's no doubt about it. From the truth of the love that you all have and the perseverance that you carry to be able to overcome obstacles that are in front of you has just amazed me to no end. Not long after I arrived, I was down at the beach ministering with some children and some fishermen. And when that happened, I happened to find myself walking through Ocean Drive Resort. And when I did, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet the manager and meet the owner. And as we began to discuss and talk about different things and talk about the United States and Liberia, it came up in conversation that I was also a DJ traveling here as a missionary. So they invited me to then DJ Ocean Blue Nightclub and return to DJ for the sneaker event happening on December 20th, 2024. So it just took this entire experience of traveling here to the next level. I've gotten to meet so many different creative individuals. I've gotten to see how creativity is truly in the culture here. To be able to think in the moment and try different things, to use our skills and our talents to get past the obstacles that are in front of us. Well, Liberia has that built into its inherent nature. And because of that, I believe that this nation can overcome anything. And especially by being led by God, this nation can go to exponential opportunity more than it has ever imagined. I see so much development happening all over the place. I see the roads growing and expanding. I see the electrical plants beginning to be built more and more for stable electricity. I see a future in Liberia where there's running water everywhere and everyone can rely on that. And even more so, I see a future of Liberia that has a mindset that they will do whatever it takes to love your neighbor, that they will do whatever it takes to make sure that this country is known across the world as a country that loves God and that loves people. And this future that is coming, please know, I want to tell every single one of you that it's going to take all of us. It's going to take the people that live here, and it's going to take people that don't live here. And by us partnering together, by us believing in one another, by us coming together and locking arms and being willing to go the distance to defeat the things that are in front of us and to do it with love and compassion and kindness and goodness and mercy and gentleness and faithfulness, well, that's what's going to take this country to the next level. It is on the verge here of entering a new era, an era where the past can be the past and the future is now arising, an era where everybody is going to be stable and have stable housing and be able to get proper education and be able to train in different skill sets, whether it be media, whether it be religion, whether it be through government, so on and so forth. What this country is turning into, each and every single one of you has the opportunity to be a part of that. So I'm here today to encourage you and to tell you that by the integrity that I've seen in this nation, that this nation can go so far. Well, I'm thinking about this short story that happened to me whenever I was going for an appointment. I was in a taxi and I was traveling across the city of Monrovia. And as I was traveling across the city, I was thinking about all the new things that are going to happen in the coming years. And as I hopped out of the taxi, I began to check my pockets for my iPhone. And I realized as the taxi pulled away and was driving down the road that my iPhone was gone. Well, I tried chasing the taxi down and it was gone. It had already driven away. There was no catching it. And immediately I told some of my friends that live here in Liberia that at the meeting I was going to, I mentioned to them, I just lost my phone. Everything that I need is on my phone, whether it be bank accounts, access to contacts in the States, my passport, identification, everything was on there. And I knew that I was in big trouble if I did not get that phone back, but the likelihood of getting an iPhone back was very slim. So immediately, my friends here in Liberia, as I told them this, assembled a team and we got in a car and we began to go downtown looking for the taxi. And as we were going through this, I began to pray and pray and pray to Jesus, Lord, please help me find my phone. Well, as this is happening, we're calling my phone, and a man picks up. His name was Prophet Prince. And Prophet Prince says, I'm down at the junction in the city. Come down and meet me for the iPhone. And we drove down to the city. We got there and he was sitting right there. He was waiting for us and he gave me my iPhone back and he began to minister to me and tell me about the Lord Jesus. And I was so grateful for the entire situation because I believed that it was led by God. So at that moment, I just wanted to compensate him and I tried to give him $100 US and he wouldn't take it. But I'm like, no, sir, please take this $100. It is the least I could give you for truly helping me out right now with my lost phone. The integrity that he held in that moment, the truth that he stayed to, and the faithfulness that he held truly touched my heart. And it showed me that the integrity is here in this nation. And I want that to be an inspiration to each and every single one of you to walk with integrity, to walk with truth, to walk with faithfulness. Because when we do this, a nation grows. When we do this, we grow together. There is a famous proverb, a famous saying that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So Liberia, I encourage you, let's go together. Every single person in this nation, let's come together because this nation can go far and it can have a legacy into the future where different nations and different generations in the future look back and say, that was the generation. This is the generation that changed the country of Liberia, that changed the nation's mindset, that changed the focus and truly came with love. So that's what happened to me. And there's a bunch more stories that I could tell you. But what I really want to let you know is that my heart has been moved by Liberia. My heart has been moved by this nation. And I would do anything to continue to be here, to serve you, to spend time with you, and just to love you, because that's what we're all called to do. I'm grateful that since the moment I got here, every person that I've encountered has in some way impacted my life, and I hope that I can leave an impact here. I pray that I can continue to come back to Liberia, continue to establish relationships with this nation, and continue to see the sound of this nation go out. There is so many talented artists in this country. There is a sound here that needs to be heard across the world. Whether it's through Afro beats or different types of music, gospel or hip hop or whatever it may be, I truly want to let you know that the sound here has the potential to go out across the globe. And I want to help that happen. I want to help produce artists here in Liberia to get their sound heard in the United States, to get their sound heard in Europe, to get their sound heard across the world, so that the eyes of the world begin to look at Liberia and say, that is a talented nation. so that people from all across the world begin to come here to connect with artists, to begin to connect with creatives, to begin to connect with business people, to be able to establish a new future. So I invite you into this journey to use your skills and talents to glorify the Lord and to show the world what God has done for Liberia, to show the world that this nation is so much more than what people thought they knew, to show the world that Liberia loves the rest of the world. So I believe that Liberia is called to be a light to the nations. So let your light shine. And I just want to say, I love you so much. I'm out of here. Peace.